Greetings, everyone, and welcome to another episode of That Park Place. What is supposed to be M-Jam, Extra Magic with Jonas and Marv? It is not. Once again this week, it is M-Cam, Extra Magic with Caro and Marv. And without any further ado...
This is my Carol song. It is 8 seconds long.
Hello.
What up, girl?
It's me.
How you doing?
It's me with my wonderful 10-second song.
Yes, your 10-second, 8-second song.
Yeah.
I love your Critic List shirt.
Thank you.
One.
I do
I'm
too.
Jealous. Yeah.
I stole it. He was at my booth and I was like, you have to pay the tax. And he was like, the tax? I was like, yeah, give me the shirt. And he just gave it to me.
If you're going to be at my booth, you have to give me your merchandise.
Yeah, how am I supposed to rep you if I don't have your shirt? And then I literally wore it the next day. So I did my part.
Mm-hmm.
I did my part.
One of my favorite things from your booth was the Rip-A-Verse tote bag.
Oh yeah, we have those.
Yeah, because I've got one right here actually. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Because you bought the trebuchet ammunition, didn't you?
Yes, I bought the omnibus, and it was so heavy that I thought it was going to actually rip the handles on this, but it did. It actually maintained.
It's pretty sturdy, yeah.
So it was sturdy. But yeah, we've got a lot to talk about today. I am actually going to walk you through the magical world of theme parks this week.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we're going to talk about a bunch of things.
I'm such a normie when it comes to theme parks, guys. So you're gonna have to bear with me if I ask obvious questions.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think that perspective is going to actually work really well. But we got to talk about super chats first because our friends from around the world
super chats.
have got a bunch of things that they're saying right now. Juliet for £5 says, "Evening, That Park Place, Magical Friday, and chat." Good evening to you as well, Juliet. And then, of course, we don't have Jonas, but we do have Magical Girl Jonas. Coming in with, "May your day be filled with sparkles and love." Caro, you actually wrote a song about Magical Girl Jonas.
I did. I don't think he appreciated it though.
That's Jonas.
His first comment was delete, and I was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
come on."
No,
come
that's
on.
just Jonas. I'm sure he appreciates it. But you know what? In honor of Jonas, my normal co-host here on Fridays, who could not make it this week, we're gonna play the Magical Girl Jonas song. So here we go to all of you guys.
I need this to be an anime opening.
Really needs to be a 90s anime.
Yeah.
It really hits here.
Yeah, we have to give him a scout squad at some point.
Yeah. No. No, we don't. No, Magical Girl Jonas needs to just be a solo gig.
Yeah, just like Sailor Venus.
Yeah.
Sailor V, only Sailor V.
Yep.
Yeah, cut it there because it gets weird.
Yeah, I you understand why I don't want him to have a group, right?
Oh, I mean, you could be like the talking.
No.
You
Magical Girl Jonas for $1.99 says that Magical Girl place coming soon.
I'm just saying, Marv would make a great talking cat, guys. Like, come on.
No, oh God, I hate cats. I really hate cats. You have no idea. Cats are pointless.
Oh, hi, Jonas. How are you?
And then it gets weird. Oh yeah, Jonas is checking in. But yeah, we've got a bunch to talk about, Carol, because I know it's almost July, but we got to talk about Christmas.
Christmas in July is a thing.
What the heck?
See, look.
Epic Mike saying Magical Marv the Talking Cat. No, absolutely not. We are not doing that. That's not going to be a thing. No, definitely not. I hate cats so much. But so we've got to talk about Christmas time because I know you've never really you don't really frequent the theme parks a lot, but like Christmas at Walt Disney World has always been a big thing.
Okay.
They've always had a whole bunch of like very specific things that they do that have become a big Christmas tradition for a lot of people. And this year they are trying to take a lot of that away. So we're going to talk about it, and we're going to talk about it right here today on That Park Place. And I'm going to hit our little intro launch story thing once I find it. And there it is. And here we go. Big changes are coming to Walt Disney World at Christmas, and none of them are for the better. Is Disney trying to keep you out of the resorts this Christmas season? We'll talk about it today on That Park Place. We talked about this a bit on Wednesday, Caro. So one of the things that people love has been this. It is a life-size full gingerbread house that was in the Grand Floridian Resort and Spa here in Orlando, Florida. Every single Christmas, you come, you take pictures with it. There's actually a shop inside the gingerbread house that they
Is
sell
it actually made of gingerbread?
Yeah, no, it's a full-blown gingerbread house.
Wow, maintenance on that has to be intense.
I think they seal it with something.
Okay. I'm just thinking like birds. I mean, I see that it's indoors, but yeah.
Well, no, birds are a menace and they need to be stopped at all costs. But in this situation, no, it is it's pretty much preserved for the season. But you could buy like the shingles inside there, like they'll sell you like you know the shingles and whatnot. It's always been great. Well, it was announced just on Wednesday while we were on the air that the gingerbread house is gone, but we have some new news about that, Caro. The gingerbread house is not only gone, it's gone for good. And this is a really weird thing because Disney does not typically say like, oh yeah, this is gone for good. It's usually like, oh, well, you never know. We might bring it back in the future. No, they were like, this is done.
We're over it.
Mm-hmm. So the massive gingerbread house inside Disney's Grand Floridian Resort and Spa, the tradition is officially over. And according to a new report from WWNT, Disney has confirmed that the Grand Floridian gingerbread house will not return for the 2026 holiday season and has been permanently retired.
Oh, sadness.
Instead, Disney plans to replace the iconic display with smaller holiday offerings created by its culinary teams. This is absolutely putrid.
I only care if I can eat it.
Well, I mean, I'm sure you can. You can't eat the house.
Why not? It's made of gingerbread.
Yeah, but like, I mean, like, I don't know. I
should
feel
be
like
able to go in there with a chisel and just take part of the wall out.
Well, at that point, I feel like there would just be like there'd be a witch living inside that wants to like cook you.
Oh, I wonder if she has any good recipes.
So the tradition has now been lost after the Grand Floridian lobby changes. So the Grand Floridian lobby went through a massive renovation a year ago. And so we didn't have the gingerbread house last year because we all just assumed it was because of the construction. It was a construction site, basically. We couldn't have that. That's fine. We all understood. Now it appears that it's just gone forever. And what a lot of people are blaming for that is this right here, this bar this was not here before. They added a bar, and because they had to add another place for people to drink, the gingerbread house has got to go.
Isn't this supposed to be like for kids?
Yeah, well, Disney is supposed to be for kids 100%, but now it's for infantilized Disney adults who just want to show up and buy overpriced drinks. And so they are infusing alcohol into anywhere they can put it in because
they can make us spend more money because we're drunk.
Yes, 100%. And what's even worse with this is like this bar here on this main level, there is literally a bar on the second floor, like right above it.
So we need a bar for the bar?
There was already a bar, and we added a second bar because some of the people that are waiting to check into their rooms down here in the lobby aren't walking up the stairs to drink at the other bar. They need another bar down here.
Well, I mean, stairs are a big nemesis for some people. Like, you know, it might be just too arduous to tackle them.
I mean, there's an elevator, too.
There's an elevator? Standing's really hard.
Well, yeah, for some people, absolutely. But yeah, so that is the case. The gingerbread house gone forever. And look at how beautiful this was. I mean, it was truly incredible every single year. I always loved going to it. It always drew a big crowd. People bought stuff. People spent money. But now this is starting to grate on people because they're starting to wonder what's going on. At the end of the day, we've got over at Disney Springs, you used to be able to park at Disney Springs for free and take a bus to one of the resorts, because if
Mhm.
you're going to the resorts now, they are checking to make sure you have either a hotel reservation or a dining reservation before they will let you on the bus to go to the resort. They are trying to destroy resort hopping.
Oh, well, okay. So tell me about resort hopping.
So around, especially around Christmas time, one of the things people really like to do is they like to go to the various resorts around the Disney monorail loop, which is right around Magic Kingdom, because all of those resorts, the Grand Floridian, the Polynesian Village Resort, and the Contemporary Resort, decorate really beautifully for Christmas. So you just you go around the monorail, or you take the bus, or whatever you want to do, and you go to the various resorts, and you check in, or not check in, but you go in there to the lobby, you look at the stuff, you take pictures, maybe you get some drinks, maybe you get some food, go to the food court, get, whatever it is you want to do. And you just kind of make a night of that. Like, instead of going to the theme parks that night, you're going to the resorts. It was like a nice free thing that you could do. You didn't have to buy anything when you went there. Now they are making it so that, like, if you have to either be staying there or you have to be eating at one of the restaurants in order to actually go. And what we're starting to see, there was something that just came out in a blog post that seems to hint at restrictions for the holiday decor. So this is from www.magic.com. Just yesterday. We're going to be covering this on That Park Place later today, but a June 24th Disney Parks blog post may be hinting that access to holiday decor at Walt Disney World Resort hotels could soon be limited to guests with a resort stay or dining reservation. The post promoting holiday plans at Disney Resort hotels for 2026 includes a line that stands out given the recent Disney Springs transportation changes. For guests staying at the resorts or for those with valid dining reservations, the Disney Resorts collection offers a wide array of bright and merry holiday decor. So Disney has not used this language in previous holiday posts when referring to the resort decor. The wording, however, closely mirrors the new Disney Springs transportation verification policy, which from June 28th restricts bus and Sassagoula River cruise access to guests with a valid resort stay, dining reservation, or Enchanting Extras booking. Disney also frequently restricts resort parking to guests with reservations, especially resorts on the monorail beam or within walking distance to the parks. With the new Disney Springs transportation verification policy also blocking bus access to those without reservations, the practical effect would be to limit access to resort holiday decor to only those staying at the hotel or holding a valid dining reservation. The retirement of the Grand Floridian's iconic gingerbread house adds further context because after more than 25 years as a holiday staple, Disney has permanently pulled the display. WW Magic sources tell us the Grand Floridian was being inundated with non-resort guests visiting specifically for the gingerbread house, which is what it's supposed to be there for, negatively impacting the experience for resort guests. Now, what we don't know, it's possible Disney is including this language as a precaution in case a decision is made to enforce restrictions during the holiday period rather than as a firm commitment to do so. No official announcement has been made about restricting access to resort holiday decor. Implementing any such restriction across the broader property would require considerable labor. Unlike the Disney Springs bus loop where verification happens at a single departure point, enforcing resort access restrictions property-wide would mean verifying guests across multiple forms of transportation, including monorails, buses, and watercraft throughout the resort. That's a significantly more complex operation. Now, that's the question that people are asking. Are we going to get to the point where they are going to verify you before you get on the resort monorail? Are they going to check to make sure if you have a reservation before you get on the monorail to keep you out of these resorts? Now, I think the Disney Springs thing is a way to stop people from subverting the parking because it's like $25 to park at the resorts unless you are an annual pass holder, in which case it's free. Or not to park at the resorts, to park at the theme parks. And so you could park at Magic Kingdom and then take the monorail to these resorts. But you still have then paid for parking or you're an annual pass holder. Mm-hmm. So that's the question here, Caro. Do you think that they're trying to lock people out of the resorts, trying to stop people from going on these resort hops, from seeing the gingerbread house, from seeing the Christmas trees that are in these resorts? That would be a heinous, horrible thing for a lot of people.
I'm kind of wondering because so like in business, when it talks about sales, there's two types of customers. There's angel customers and devil customers, right? And devil customers are typically the ones that will take. One example I can give you from Ripperverse is that we had somebody that sent in a ticket, been like longtime fan, and I'm looking for writing opportunities. And so I went and looked up like his order. He only ordered a hat once, right? So I'm not sure how you're a longtime fan if you've never actually bought anything from us, right? Um, so my thought is, I think you're on the mark when it's talking about like trying to like skip like the parking tickets and all of that. And I think what they're trying to do is they're trying to create a friction point to keep like their devil customers out because I mean, at the end of the day, they have to make money. But also, you kind of created this situation by
I did.
No, not you. Like
Oh,
Disney.
okay.
Disney. You're sorry.
I thought
Disney.
you were pointing the finger at me. I was supposed to be like,
No,
what did
I
I
would be
do?
like, it was you. You did it. You went to the park and you caused this. I saw the no. Anyway, no. So I think maybe what's going on is Disney actually created this situation because there's always something I tell people, which is if people want to do something, they will find a way to do it no matter what you do, right? If people don't want to pay for parking, they'll find a way to get around parking. If people don't want to get a ticket, they'll go through more work to avoid buying the ticket than actually buying the ticket, right? And I think this is just a stopgap. I think they're doing this thinking it's going to fix a problem and it's going to create another problem that they didn't plan for.
I mean, one of the most fun things to do at Disney is to go around to the different resorts. I have met up with family, with friends. First time I ever met Pro, we hung out at the Polynesian Village Resort. You go to the resort, you sit down at the bar, you order a drink. You have some food at the food court and get some nachos to split or something like that.
I bet you took videos and shared it on social media too, right?
Yep, pretty much.
That's one thing they're going to lose with that. Yeah.
To limit that to and now let's say if you're going to eat at one of the restaurants, you are looking at least probably, I mean, if it's two people, you're looking at probably a $80 investment at that point. So, I can't imagine that this is going to be what they start doing. I can't imagine the friction point that they're going to create if they start limiting the monorail, like the resort monorail to only resort guests or to people with dinner reservations. It would create a major bottleneck also for the monorail, which is a thing that you especially can't have at the end of the night.
Yeah.
So... Epic Mike, by the way, is a devil customer because he is the worst.
He is not. He's charming and wonderful. You take that back, Mike. You take that back right now.
Mike and I are in agreement on this.
He's not a devil customer.
Whatever. But yeah, so that's the case, guys. Is Disney now stealing Christmas, essentially? Are they taking away... Like, this is like the Grinch, right? It's like you're coming in and you're taking away all, like, the traditions that people have, the things that people like about Christmas. Like, you're just slinking around like a snake on the carpet and using the magnet to take down all of the stockings that are hung by the chimney with care. Like, this is going to be a real huge blow if I'm Universal right now, I'm scrambling to be like, how quickly can we put a gingerbread house in the Helios Grand Hotel?
They're just trying to make money, but I think the way they're going about it's really poor. A lot of their business choices, from what I've heard, have made fans that I know of Disney World and Disneyland really frustrated. Like, I know one person that used to go every year with her kids, and she told me like 2 years ago, she's like, it's too expensive and they're not doing anything worthwhile for my kids, so I'm not going to go anymore. Like, she had like an annual pass like every year, and she's just like, no, I'm not worth it now,
because they have realized that the people that they want to court are the dinks, the dual income, no kids Disney adults, because they'll come and they'll go $25,000 in debt to do a Disney vacation. Like, they won't care. Like Disney adults are racking up credit card debt like there's no tomorrow, in order to indulge their Disney fascination. So what they've done essentially is, like, we've talked a lot about baked in value on this channel in the past, the value that used to be included with the Disney resort stay. Part of it was the intangibles, right? It was the things that don't actually cost anything, but, like, you get as part of the experience. Part of that is resort hopping. Another part of that was they used to have used to be able to take a free resort shuttle bus from the airport. It was called Magical Express. And you get in the resort, they take you from the airport, take you right to your resort, included in the price of your stay. They take your bags to your room. It was a phenomenal service. Everyone loved it. They even, like, you'd get in, the bus was themed, and there were TVs in there, and they would play this video. It was like, welcome to your Disney vacation. And it was the perfect way to kick off a trip. Kids loved it. Parents loved it. Truly incredible. Then you would also then stay in your resort. You'd get housekeeping turn down service every single day, new towels every single day. It was great. You went to the parks. Everybody had the same fast pass opportunities, and that was also baked into the price of the ticket. They've taken all of that away, Caro. And here's the thing. People were like, oh, well, it was free. They took it away. No, it was never free. It was part of the price of what you're paying. It added to the value of the park ticket. The park ticket is expensive, and that's okay because the fast pass is included in the park ticket, so there's added value there. The hotels are ludicrously expensive, but you know what? That's okay because there's added value in there in the Magical Express bus, in the turn down service. Now, no more Magical Express. You get turn down service every other day, and the fast pass is now a paid system. So Michael Eisner had this everyone's a VIP mentality about the Disney parks. Like, no matter who you are, no matter how much money you've spent, whether you're staying on property or not, you are a VIP and we're going to treat you as such. That is not the case anymore. Now it is very much there are VIPs and there are Ps. And if you just pay the single admission ticket, which is already ludicrously expensive, you are just a P. And the VIPs are the ones that buy Lightning Lane Premier Pass, and take the tours and do all of the extra stuff that add on to that. Disney is only courting the ultra wealthy at this point, and it's really not cool. Like they've taken something that was once for everyone and made it something that's an elitist experience, and. Yeah, I hate that, and it's you used to be able to justify it. You used to be able to justify the cost associated because you got all of this value baked in. Now they're removing the value and raising the prices. I guarantee you, this Christmas the prices are going to be more expensive than they were last Christmas. But now you're not able to, you're not able to go around and do the resort loop anymore. If what they're saying is true. And the way that blog post is worded, it really worries me because I'm waiting to see if there's going to suddenly be a person with a scanner sitting outside the resort monorail and outside the watercraft to be like, all right, let me scan your band to see if you have a reservation. I don't like it.
Yeah, that doesn't seem well. I mean, at least when I was growing up, everybody wanted the experience of going to Disneyland and making the memories and all of that. And I guess I'm wondering if because they're not able to retain a younger audience at this point, like there's no excitement to go. Because at least when I was a teacher, like the idea, like my students were mixed at the time. Like some of them really wanted to go to Disneyland and Disney World because they loved it. And some were not interested because they didn't like any of the stuff that was coming out.
Well, Christmas was always the most magical time to go to Walt Disney World. It was always said, I used to always tell people that would ask about going for Christmas for their first time, I would always say, don't go for Christmas for your first time. Go another time of the year and then do your next trip at Christmas, because once you go for Christmas, you're only going to ever want to go for Christmas because it's that wonderful. And now it's just, like everything else, they made it worse but more expensive. And that is a trend that Disney does not seem eager to stop anytime soon.
This is my carol song. It is 8 seconds long.
I use that as my little bumper to get us out of the segment. So
well, somebody was asking for it, so you were two birds, one stone.
Yeah, they were asking for it, so I was like, okay, I got to do it. All right, Magical Girl Jonas checking in for $1.99 says Wilton is the talking cat. Music video is coming. Oh, good. Well, that's good to know. Ken
There's
Ryan,
two talking cats, though. There's two. Come on, guys.
Not until like the end of the first season. It's okay. Nobody really counts Artemis.
Oh, poor guy.
Ken Reinhardt for 2 says you're a mean one, Mr. Josh. Yep, Josh tomorrow. CEO of the Disney Company. Doge Pal for $10. Marv, the Owl House is Disney's most woke Tumblr lesbian witches thing with a Mary Sue DEI protagonist. It deserved to be canceled. Do not fall for the fan narrative. They're mad, salty, just like Acolyte fans. That's good to know. Because did you see the trailer for Hexed?
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone said it was just like the Owl House, and I didn't know what the Owl House was, and so I was just like, oh, okay, well, yeah. Apparently the Owl House was pretty terrible. But that doesn't also mean that they didn't also try to steal it for a movie. because I could totally see that happening.
I love how we're not learning lessons. That's my favorite. It's not,
No.
that didn't work again. Let's try, again. Let's do it again.
What if we just do it again and but more?
Yeah, let's try it. Let's do it again, but with like more enthusiasm.
So like here's the thing though, like something like Hexed would have gone into production like what 5 years ago probably.
Probably, yeah.
So concept to creation, we're not like I always say, like if they were to make a mandate, like we're gonna stop all the DEI, woke stuff, movies and TV, and they decided it right now and hit the button right now to just move it away, then I'm sorry, I just saw what Jonas just super chatted, and I'll get to that in a second. It would take us 5 years to see the effects.
Yes and no. I do know that there were some films that were in the works with a couple studios, and when they made the mandate, they just stopped all projects. They were like, "No, we're just gonna have to take a loss, write it off, send it to the tax guy." So, in some cases, they went ahead and culled it, but in other cases, they're like, "No, we're just gonna do it and see if we can make some money back on it." Because I think
Right.
that's the strat right now.
Yeah. Jonas J. Campbell, which is non-magical man Jonas, says Magical Girl Epic Mike would be better. I agree. I agree. I think we should do that. Okay. Let's see what else we need to be talking about. We do. 4th of July is coming up, so we should talk a bit about that.
A holiday. It's a big one too. I heard it's an even number.
Yes, the semi-quincentennial.
Yes.
Are you doing anything for 4th of July? Do you have any 4th of July traditions or anything?
I have 3 dogs that are afraid of fireworks, so no.
Oh, so your tradition is cursing your neighbors.
It's sitting in my bedroom while 3 90-pound dogs cuddle around me thinking the world is ending, and I'm trying to be like, no, it's okay. And they're like, no, you don't understand. The world is ending. And that goes on for about 3 hours.
So I have like a 9-pound dog, and he is completely unfazed by fireworks.
I wish that was the case. I mean, the one who's not phased, where is he? He's in the other room. He's deaf. So he's just kind of like, I don't know what's going on.
My dog is so he's not afraid of the fireworks, but he'll be afraid if a leaf blows by him while he's outside. He'll run to me. But like explosions happening outside the walls of the house, he's just completely thunder or fireworks, just does not care.
No, I have some very skittish dogs. Like if you see me walking down the road, they're huge, right? And people will literally go across the street because they don't want to come near my dogs. And my dogs are like, "Oh, we don't have any pets. I'm so sad." But the storm comes in or the fireworks go off, and suddenly they're just like tiny babies crawling all over me, begging for safety.
Yeah, no, I get it. Honestly, that's why there are a couple of reasons why I have never partaken in shooting off my own fireworks for 4th of July or New Year's or anything that people around here seem to love to do fireworks for. One is for safety reasons. I don't want to blow my fingers off because I will. Mm-hmm. 2 is because of dogs. I don't want to be the reason why dogs get, upset and scared. The 3rd is I'm trying to be respectful, especially on the 4th of July, of veterans with PTSD. I've heard that a lot of veterans really don't like the fireworks because the loud explosions hitting all over the place.
I know my husband, when he came back from deployment, we had a 4th of July and he was like, "Nope, going back to the room." And I was like, "Okay, I guess we're going back to the room. Let's go." And we put on a movie and made it really loud, and that's what we did for the night.
Yeah. But I do like going to fireworks shows. I used to back when I lived in Jersey, I liked going to the municipal fireworks shows. Mm-hmm. Oh, those are pretty cool. And I've been to Disney for 4th of July as well. It was a miserable experience. Last year, it was actually pretty sparse. Mm-hmm. We covered it for that Park Place last year, and I was shocked. I went in the morning, and I was just utterly amazed that I was amazed that it was so empty. But this year, it's actually looking like it might not be. So, maybe we'll talk about it. Oh, we got a couple more super chats before we get into that.
Oh, super chats.
Doge Pal for 2. Some of the Owl House fans blame the DeSantis debacle for the cancellation. I doubt that had anything to do with it. It was probably that nobody was watching the show. Doge Pal for 2 also says kids weren't watching the show anyways. There you go.
When in doubt, blame the government.
Blame Ron DeSantis. Yeah, well, Disney already lost enough money blaming Ron DeSantis for things. They've said so. Like, you know what happened? So they lost their special governing district for Walt Disney World, and I think over like a certain amount of time, that's actually going to end up costing them $1 trillion.
Yeah, because I was living in Florida when that was going down, and then Bob Iger had said some choice words about Floridians, and I was like, oh, hold on now, like,
Yeah,
don't spit on us.
Hold on there, Big Bob.
Like, do you want our money or not? Because at this point, you're not going to get it.
Exactly. All right, Carol, we've got to get to our next story, and it's about July 4th.
Have to?
Yep, but we do have to.
Oh, wow. You're so responsible today.
I try to be, yeah.
There we go. One more for the top. Triple decker, just how you like it.
Wow, thanks, Mr. Walt.
You enjoy it.
We will.
4th of July is around the corner, the semi-quincentennial, the 250th anniversary of America's founding. And at Walt Disney World, well, the pass holder reservations are filling up, which is a stark difference from just a year ago. Let's talk about it today on That Park Place. So this article here on thatparkplace.com, written by Cham Lee, Magic Kingdom July 4th annual pass holder reservations have hit capacity. They are no longer available. So as an annual pass holder, Carol, what you have to do is you have to reserve the days that you're going to the park. And if the annual pass, like, so essentially it'll be like, there's this many annual pass holder reservations, and then there's this many like resort holder reservations, and like this many reservations for people who just buy tickets off. Annual pass holders are the bottom of the barrel. We're the ones that they consider to be freeloaders, and like our reservations will dry up first. So
even though you're an annual pass holder, so you come back every year.
Well, you come back constantly. You're there all the time. A lot of them are locals who go every week. But yeah, they consider that freeloading. They don't like it.
You're really giving them money.
You're telling me. But the reservations for July 4th are no longer available for pass holders. The change comes ahead of one of the busiest holiday weekends of the year, typically, but maybe not in recent years. There are still ways to get to Magic Kingdom if you're a pass holder on July 4th. We could talk a bit about that. So many annual pass holders may enter a Walt Disney World theme park after 2 p.m. without a reservation on certain days, but that benefit does not apply to Magic Kingdom on Saturdays or Sundays, and July 4th happens to fall on a Saturday this year, which means pass holders without a reservation can't just rely on that afternoon entry exception. However, park hopping is still an option. So eligible guests can begin their day at another Walt Disney World theme park and then later hop to Magic Kingdom, and that would work. So if you have a Epcot reservation and you check in at Epcot after a certain time, I think it's afternoon, or it might even just be like any time now on the weekends, you can hop from Epcot to the Magic Kingdom. That's what I had to do for the 50th anniversary. I got a Hollywood Studios reservation. I went to Hollywood Studios, I walked in the park, I scanned in, I turned around immediately and left, and then went to Magic Kingdom for the 50th anniversary day. So Disney allows park hopping for annual pass holders and those who have park hopping tickets. However, Disney notes admission remains subject to capacity limitations. Entry is not guaranteed if a park reaches its attendance threshold. Guests considering that option should keep those restrictions in mind when planning for their day. So that is that's a big thing. There are ways to get around the pass holder reservation system, but in recent years you did not have to do that. So let's take a look at just a year ago. This is an article that I wrote. Magic Kingdom sees shockingly low crowds on July 4th, raising alarms for Disney. This was July 4th, Carol. This picture right here.
Oh, there's nobody there.
Yeah, I don't know if you could tell. Yeah.
Did they show up at night? Was it just quiet during the day because they were all having barbecues?
Yes, people showed up for the fireworks at the end of the night, but those people aren't buying anything. This is Liberty Square. So this is Liberty Square. This is a section of Magic Kingdom that is specifically designed to be about the founding of the United States.
Okay.
And this was Liberty Square on the 4th of July.
Nothing's there. How exciting.
Yeah. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people, maybe 6. In all of Liberty Square right there. And
did they try and promo anything special for it?
No, because they never had to before. It's the 4th of July. It's what you do. You go to Disney. Now, Attractions are usually slammed. They were completely wide open on this day. Pirates of the Caribbean was a walk-on. Haunted Mansion was a walk-on. Tomorrowland Speedway walk-on. Peter Pan's Flight, which is typically in excess of about 70 to 90 minutes for some stupid reason, was 40 minutes. Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, typically in excess of 2 hours or 90 minutes, 55 minutes. Tiana's Bayou Adventure, one of the newer attractions at the park, 30 minutes. Space Mountain, 40. Jungle Cruise, 35. Now, these are all typically would have an excess of an hour wait on the 4th of July. Tron Light Cycle Run was the only attraction over an hour, and that was at 65 minutes, and that was the brand new roller coaster in the park. So this is Frontierland on the 4th of July. And again, you can see not a whole lot of people there.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I guess when you want to court dinks, you have to remember that dinks usually want to go spend 4th of July with their friends barbecuing or doing something else.
Yeah, but dinks usually befriend other dinks. So, like, a lot of times they'll just all go to, like, Disney together. So it wasn't just the attraction showing signs of lagging attendance. There's this thing called the Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique. And essentially it's like you can bring your daughter, young daughter, to there, and they will do a makeover, and they'll make her into a Disney princess. She gets the dress, she gets the nails, she gets the hair with the glitter in it, and they do like the makeup, the whole thing. This is a thing that you used to have to strategize in order to book. Like, you had to book it like 90 days out. You had to call like at 7 a.m. You had to make sure that you got that reservation in there. You typically had to book it for later in your trip because there was the because the day that you were booking, people had already booked from earlier in their trips. So I was there on the 4th of July, and this was the sign outside. Walk up opportunities available today.
That's not good.
How the mighty have fallen. So this one also, basically the hairdressers and people that are in there, they're fairy godmothers in training, which is really cute. Disney ran into some controversy in recent years with the fairy godmothers in training because they were some of them were dudes in dresses and makeup with beards.
Oh, that's a different kind of fairy.
Yeah, a whole different kind of fairy. And so that was the case for Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique. And then you see they had the July 4th banner up there, but still not a lot of people in Frontierland. Skyrocketing. We said skyrocketing prices with falling value. We said Universal's Epic Universe also had just opened, and that was kind of a game changer. They were packed on July 4th, I remember. And it was just very, very sparse. But this year, I think, Carol, what we're seeing this year is either annual pass holders are just trying to get in there earlier this year, making reservations earlier because it's the semi-quincentennial. I think because it's the 250th, people want to go there that day.
Mm-hmm.
That's what would make sense to me, at least.
It's because it's an even number. That's why.
Right, like who wants to go there on like
an odd number? No,
249.
Yeah, that doesn't. No.
But Disney has been making a pretty big deal over the semi-quincentennial. Yes, I keep saying the word because I'm one of the few people that works for this organization that knows how to say semi-quincentennial off the top of their head. So I like to show that off.
I appreciate your use of a GRE word. Well done.
Thank you very much. Epic Mike says, the best part of the internet is getting to hear a grizzled writer from New Jersey saying Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique unironically. Oh, that got me. Yeah. So there you have it, guys. July 4th this year actually seems like it might have people in there, whereas last year, not so much. We'll have to see what happens, come the 4th, because, man, it would be a major, major departure from years past. But in any way, no matter what you do, we hope that you celebrate the 4th of July patriotically and safely.
Yes. Are you going to Disneyland on the 4th?
I haven't decided yet. I mean, obviously, I don't have
Disney World because it's World where you are and Land over in California. I'm remembering things, guys. I'm remembering.
It's all coming back to you. Now, I mean, obviously, I don't have a reservation and they're gone, but I could go to Epcot and then. But I was also planning on barbecuing, like actually, like smoking pork butt for like my in-laws, a pork shoulder. And that is an all-day experience. So if I'm doing that, then I'm not going to be able to go to Disney. But if I'm not doing that, then I may pop in just to see what the crowds are like.
And now I'm hungry.
Yep. Be safe, everyone.
Super chats, yeah.
Yeah, we don't have any though.
Oh, come on. We gotta have. Well.
People are saying that you're a real gem, though.
Oh, am I? Oh,
Yeah,
that's the real super chat there. Thank you, friends.
That is
Thank
the
you.
superest of chats. I think people liked your zinger about the fairies. It was a good one, honestly.
Thank you.
I was a little upset with myself that I didn't come up with it.
It's okay. I have double bogey Bob as well.
You do have double bogey Bob. Oh my goodness! You know what? We just play my favorite clip just because.
And Dreamer's Point is the antithesis of the idea that Walt had this incredible optimism and hope for the future, that if we all work together and we all dream together, we could build the impossible and make it our reality.
There you go. There you go. The antithesis. So. Oh my goodness. Do you have any fourth plans this year?
Outside of comforting 3 dogs.
Yeah, no, we talked about this. Your dogs are gonna be all up in your business.
I might have steak though. I feel like steak.
Ooh, steak's a good idea. Yeah. I smoked a pork shoulder a couple weeks ago, and it came out okay. Like, I know what I did wrong, and I know how to fix it. So I think this weekend we're gonna do another trial run.
Mm-hmm.
So Beardo has actually given me some excellent tips because he's like the grill master. Mm-hmm. So Beardo has given me some tips.
Glad he's good at something. That's good.
Right? Like, I was really happy for him. I was just like, oh, thank God, man.
You got one skill. Because I watched him play a video game once, and the whole chat was like, please go left. And he was like, left, and then he went right. And I was like, Beardo, like, are you doing this on purpose? Like, what's happening?
Yeah, that's amazing. He's catching strays even on this show.
He's a sweet guy, though.
He really is. No, and he knows his way around barbecue. He gave me like some great tips on what to do. I need to control the temperature more, and I know how to do that now. I didn't have the right kind of like logs. Essentially, I had like log pieces, and I need like actual like chunks of wood in order to keep it going.
I always want to do something with pork belly, but my husband's got a thing with texture and food.
Oh, really?
And pork belly just sets him off every time. Yeah, so that's a Caro thing, and he will just pass it to me. Yeah.
Okay, well, the next time you're here, my wife and I will take you and your husband out to Korean barbecue, and we will make pork belly on the Korean barbecue, but there will also be other options for your husband so that he doesn't have to have the pork belly, but you can still have it.
Yeah, I used to, when we were in Japan, we used to go out to the barbecue out there too. And that was probably the first time I ever had cow tongue. And I was like, you know what, I'm going to try it. And I was like, no, it's not bad. It's not bad. So
yeah, my wife loves to get that stuff. She'll get like that. She'll get the pork jowl. Yeah, she gets the beef tongue. She gets like all of that like crazy stuff. And at first I was like, ugh. And now I've come to like understand that it's actually pretty good. Yeah. I mean, most things are good when you put enough sauce on it.
Yeah, because I used to, because they obviously have like the little sauce bowls that they give, and so I would like take my thing and like let it sit for a minute and like cook something else. I am a rice fiend though. That was a big issue when I was in Japan because they're $5 per bowl of rice, right? And so I was like going through like 3 bowls, and people were like, "Could you stop being the expensive date?" And I was like, "No, I have to eat the rice. It's delicious."
Well, you and my wife would get along very well then because she is also a rice fiend. She wants to have rice with everything. Like, I love it. Like we'll be having meatloaf and she'll be like, "Oh, hold on, I gotta make the rice," and I'm like, "What?"
I put the rice in it, yeah.
But and then like I only like new rice though. I don't like old rice.
I like old rice when I have to make fried rice the next day. It's good for that.
If it's fried rice, I accept it. Or if it's my wife will make garlic rice sometimes, where it's basically like she puts oil and garlic in the rice and fries it and pan fries it, and that's actually pretty good. But yeah, otherwise I don't like old. Like I don't like just reheating rice to have.
You might like rice made in bone broth.
Maybe.
That's really good.
We're saying rice a lot.
I like rice. Yeah, sorry. I'm hungry.
Wasn't there a guy on Our Real Monsters where the only thing that he could say was "I like rice"?
I think so. Yeah.
We were at Costco recently, and we saw like a husband and wife. They were like older, and they had, I'm not kidding, a 25-pound bags of rice in their cart.
Did they have a restaurant?
I don't know.
They may have had a restaurant.
Maybe they just really like rice and don't want to buy it again.
I know one time my husband and I bought a 10-pound bag, and I was like, okay, so this should take care of us for a couple of years, right? And then bless my wonderful husband, he went back to Costco without me, and he'd forgotten that we bought rice, so he bought another 10-pound bag of rice, and I was like, oh, babe, like we will never ever need rice again.
Have you ever needed rice again?
No, it's been 2 years.
You're still working off of those same 2 10-pound bags of rice?
Yes.
Wow. Jasmine rice?
Yes. So.
Troy Gustafson says maybe they dropped a really big phone in the toilet. Why did that really got me? Yeah, man. But I mean, you don't do rice at like Korean barbecue, right?
No, I mean, I'll order it like on a side.
Like
just
what
as a palate cleanser.
Rookie mistake.
No, it's a palate cleanser.
It takes a prime real estate for all of those meats.
No, I mean, but you like eat like certain things, and you've always got that person that puts way too much garlic or pepper on something, so you want to eat the next thing. So I usually take like a small bite of rice, and that cleans it, and then I can go right back to enjoying my barbecue.
Oh, okay. Kind of like how my favorite mental palate cleanser is this.
This is my carol song. It is 8 seconds long.
I'm gonna have to finish my album. I haven't worked on it yet. I need to.
Yeah. How many songs do you have so far?
9.
9.
So I got to get up to 16, and then I have to make sure that they are all actually 8 seconds long. So.
No, I think the joy of it is that they're not 8 seconds long.
Around 8 seconds. You know,
Yeah.
There's one where I was like, this one's 16. I can't put that in there.
16 seconds is way too long for an 8-second album.
Yeah. That's like double, right? That's the true
It's
controversy.
2 songs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless you make it 2 tracks. Like the song just cuts in like the middle and then like goes to the next track and then it's just a continuation of the earlier song.
Yeah. I'll have to keep working on it. It's my guilty pleasure project today since I did a lot of my work this morning.
Oh, very good.
Yeah.
By the way, I spent the morning writing the Geeks and Gamers review of Supergirl.
Oh, that doesn't sound like a guilty pleasure at all.
No, it was it was cathartic in a lot of ways because I got to get out a lot of rage. But if you go to geeksandgamers.com, you can see the headline here. I'm just pulling it up. The headline that reads, I gotta get faster at doing this. Supergirl is James Gunn's DC Universe hitting rock bottom in its second film with one of the worst superhero movies ever made. So I will also have a video on that, Caro. My Out of the Theater review that I filmed yesterday after coming out of the theater when I was like freshly angry. That'll be going up after we're done here today on the M4 Empire. So, and I'll also have the review will be up on Critic List as well. Follow me on Critic List because I need to have more followers than Epic Mike. It's my goal in life. In fact, if you're already following Mike, maybe unfollow him and follow me because because you have to only have one.
Mike, don't let them talk to you this way. Be strong.
I'm kidding. Don't unfollow Epic Mike, but maybe also follow me so that I can have more followers than him one day. But let's see. What were we gonna so we could talk about I don't think you'd have any interest in the fact that they closed down a Frontierland dining place.
I don't know anything about it. We can talk about it if you want.
Mike says, I get more followers when you all say to unfollow me. There you go. McGruffle says 16-second song is still shorter than the Rousey Carano fight. Oh.
That one was 19 seconds long.
That was 17 seconds, I think. Actually,
17.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nothing went past a round one in that. I was kind of disappointed.
Only one fight. Only one fight went past round one.
I know. I knew it wasn't going to go past one round because I took one look at his head and I was like, they're going to call it, and that's exactly what they did. So they got to the end of the round and then he still called it. So we never got any round twos anywhere.
Yeah. All right. Well, we could talk about this place that just opened in Disney Springs. It's called Level 99, and it actually looks pretty cool. So
let's see it.
Yep, we will see that right after a word from our sponsor, Mexican Iron Man's Rabbit Chicken Tacos.
I thought that chicken tacos were better than the rest.
Are you ready for perfect, authentic Mexican cooking just like your mama used to make? Come on down to Mexican Iron Man's Rabbit Chicken Tacos and Lawn Care Services, where not only do you get the freshest in Mexican cuisine, but you also get a fresh-cut lawn. And don't forget to check out our second location, wherever the police have not yet run the van away from.
Mexican Iron Man, rabbit chicken tacos, lawn care services.
And if you think the cilantro tastes very fresh, it's no accidente, amigo.
It's showtime! Straight from the heart of the park.
Level 99 has opened in Disney Springs, and it actually looks pretty cool. Let's take a little look at it and see if maybe this place could actually overcome the curse of Disney Quest. Let's talk about it today on That Park Place. Caro, this is a place in Disney Springs. It's called Level 99. And it just opened, had a new ribbon cutting thing. This is it's a bar and a restaurant, but it also has like these crazy like challenges that you can do. We see the CEO running the axe gauntlet here, which I'm assuming those are not real axes, but I would love it if they were.
They look like they're made of foam. It's okay.
Yeah. So this was the official ribbon cutting ceremony that they just did on June 29th. For the sneak peek. It's opening to the public on June 29th. So on Monday it'll be open. In a nod to the venue's signature axe run game, the traditional scissors were swapped out for a ceremonial axe. Fabricated by the Level 99 team in Massachusetts. Level 99 founder and CEO Matt Duplessis, chairman of the board Ron Shake, yeah, okay, and Disney Springs Vice President Debbie Hart and Megan Crosby. See, those are fun names to say. Vice President operating participants Walt Disney Company cut the ribbon together. Duplessis then stepped straight into the axe run course, becoming the first player to run it at the new venue. And there you see him running the axe gauntlet. WW Magic was on site for the event, and we'll have a full play test overview and review coming soon. But speaking of the ceremony, he reflected on the origins of Level 99, what the Disney Springs opening means to him personally, and for Disney fans, his background makes the partnership particularly fitting. Before founding Level 99, Duplessis helped pioneer the modern escape room industry and later ran a design and production company whose clients included the Smithsonian and Walt Disney Imagineering. He also began his career in Orlando, with the first major project being Disney's Animal Kingdom Lodge, which is a really, really nice hotel. This is a full circle moment for our team. I started my career back in Orlando, my first major project in the industry 26 years ago. He described Level 99 as a direct response to the dominance of digital entertainment, as we wanted to create places where people put down their phones, they get up off the couch, and they play together. People crave real experiences. We believe they want real space with real people and real fun. You are wrong, sir. They do not want that. They want screens, and I saw a whole movie about it called Toy Story.
You trained us to want dopamine from a screen, and now you're like, okay, put the phone down.
Yeah, put the phone down and dodge these axes. He added that the team brainstormed thousands of ideas over multiple years to develop 75 unique challenges in the portfolio, with 63 of those now installed at Disney Springs, the most of any Level 99 venue. Level 99 designs and builds all its games in-house at a production facility in Massachusetts. Of course, they're probably Red Sox fans, and continues to rotate new games into its venues on a regular basis. The Sox! On the Disney partnership specifically, Duplessis said it carried real meaning. Yes, he's very happy he's working with Disney. Good for you. But is it good? So WW Magic also has a review of Level 99. So this is what the outside of the building looks like. That looks pretty cool.
That does look entertaining. It has a very striking design to it for sure.
Before we get into this, I want to bring up what I said at the beginning with the curse of Disney Quest. So this was once Disney Quest. It was Disney Quest for a very, very long time. Disney Quest was like an interactive arcade area. It was this concept that Disney had developed that they wanted to roll out nationwide for these like indoor theme parks, essentially. They had the thing where you can like make your own roller coaster and then ride it. They had virtual reality games, which was like in the 90s, so they were like really herky-jerky. But they had a whole lot of really cool stuff. Disney Quest closed within the last 10 years or so, and they changed this venue into the NBA experience, and it crashed harder than an NBA player trying to get a foul shot. Like, it fell flat on its face, did not come back after the shutdowns for the COVID pandemic. And the building has just kind of sat empty ever since. Now they've got level 99 in there, so we're going to see if there is actually a curse left by Disney Quest, if this is going to take down yet another thing, or if level 99 could actually be here to stay. So, it says this is a positive review because it deserves one. So let's take a look at what they said. The venue. That's a cool looking bar. Look at that.
We love circular bars here.
Yeah. It says if you visited Disney Quest or the NBA experience, the space will feel familiar. Level 99 retains the two-story layout of the former building, but what's inside feels completely different. The venue is visually interesting from the moment you walk in. Bright, bold artwork and large-scale graphics fill the space. It's energetic and inviting without feeling overwhelming. Art is genuinely integral to the Level 99 experience here. Not just decoration, more than 40 original pieces are installed throughout the venue, each placed by the artists themselves. That's horrifying. This face. I don't want to be anywhere near that.
I don't want to be like on something and see that.
Look at this. Yeah, and then you got like the shark with the top hat on, and like I don't like that at all.
Art is subjective, guys. It's subjective.
It really is. My goodness. Level 99 selected 23 artists from around the world, including 2 from Central Florida, Naomi Haverland from Orlando, and Juan Travisio from Lakeland. There's more of the just general decor of the layout. The ground floor holds the arrival lobby where you check in, complete waivers, and collect your Velo Band, the RFID wristband that unlocks every game. There's a small merchandise area near the entrance carrying Level 99 branded shirts, hoodies, water bottles, and accessories. There's also a staff desk if you need help. Okay, that's a inviting looking opening.
Reminds me of Shenanigans that we have out here.
I've never seen Shenanigans.
It's a place where you can go drink and eat, and then you've got like a bowling alley, and there's a game arcade, and all this other stuff. That's what it reminds me of so far.
How many times have you been there?
3. Well, we had a meetup at 1 over at Bell County, because the Bell County crew had like a private event there, so we had like our own private bowling area and service.
So that means you shenaned again?
I shenaned again. It's true.
Moving through the lobby, the first thing that grabs your attention is Axe Run, the signature game positioned right in the center of the floor. It's one of the few games played out in the open, and it draws a crowd. Watching other players dodge swinging axes while trying to keep the balance on a narrow beam sets the stage for what's ahead. Oh, that is a narrow beam. Look at that.
Oh, wow.
I don't know if I could do that.
I don't know if I could do that, and I'm only like 150.
Yeah, I don't think I could do that. And like, there's not. I assumed it would be like there'd be like cushions on the side in case you fall. But it doesn't look there is.
They're going to make you sign a waiver for that because you know somebody's going to drink too much and then get like some kind of like concussion.
Could you imagine? Like there's a bar like right here, and they're like, go get lit, and then like do this. The one side of the ground.
That's how they tell if you can drive home. They're like, you have to go through this axe gauntlet before you can get in your car.
First you must survive the axes, then we'll know you can survive I-4.
Yes.
On one side of the ground floor is the wooden beverage area. It runs as counter service with a separate ordering window and pickup window. There's no table service and seating is limited. This isn't designed as a standalone dining destination in Disney Springs, and it doesn't try to be. Okay. So you get your food there. The food is there to work alongside the gameplay, and it does that well. At the center of the space is a large 2-story bar offering full cocktail, beer, and drinks menu. Roughly 25% of individual game rooms are also on the ground floor. Head upstairs via the spiral staircase. You reach a floor dedicated almost entirely to the game rooms. This is where the bulk of your time will be spent. That's whimsical. I like that.
I like the Looney Tunes reference.
Yeah. Try nitro toluene. Thank you, Richie Rich, for teaching me that word. Do you have to buy a ticket? No. If you want to stop in for a drink or a bite without playing, you can visit the bar and food area without purchasing a ticket. That makes Level 99 a viable. And honestly, that's smart. I think that's really smart because, like, you'll go in for a drink and you'll be like, this looks awesome. I want to do stuff.
Low barrier to entry. Yeah.
The games. This is where it really delivers. In a couple of hours, we played 23 of the 63 rooms. Mini games are physical, mental, or skill-based, sometimes a combination of all 3. Each game's entry screen displays difficulty and accessibility information specific to that game, so you can decide what's right for your group before committing. The venue is fully accessible. We saw guests and ECVs entering game rooms throughout our visit. To start a game, every player in your group taps their Velo Band on the glowing Velogon symbol, and the on the entry screen and then press play. Part of the appeal is figuring out what you're supposed to do once the door opens. The games don't over-explain themselves, and that's by design. If you're stuck, you tap the light bulb icon on the entry screen for a hint, aka you're quitting. The system offers 3 levels of hints depending on how stuck you are. So it sounds like escape rooms almost.
Yeah, that was my first thought.
Yeah, this one looks very Asian-y. The game room entry system is one of the smartest parts of the setup. Tap in with your Velo band, and if the room is free, you walk straight in. If not, you get a wait time. Entry and exit doors are on opposite sides of each room, so you don't see inside before you start, and you don't catch people leaving, which would give the game away. It's a well thought out flow that keeps things moving. I do like that. Games run about 1 to 4 minutes each. That the length is exactly right. You never feel bored or stuck, and the rapid turnover means everyone in your group will find things they love and want to repeat, unlike a traditional escape room, where a single puzzle can stall an entire group for a long stretch. Level 99 keeps momentum going. If a game isn't clicking, you move on. If you love one, you play it again. That's pretty cool.
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah, difficulty level is well calibrated. The games are genuinely challenging. Doing them well takes real effort, but nothing feels unfair or inaccessible. Some games weren't immediately obvious, which made the moment of figuring them out all the more satisfying. Not everyone likes to be challenged, though. So, games are designed for 2 to 6 players, and each room adjusts based on how many are in your group. So you don't need to worry about having the perfect number. During our visit, we didn't notice any particular advantage. Man, so if you can't just like go there by yourself. Like play games, you gotta be with other people.
You mean you have to be social in a social place?
Yeah, I don't like that.
That's weird. That's weird,
I
guys. I don't know about
I just
that.
want to do everything by myself. Yeah.
Yeah.
After each game, you earn points that are tracked in your player profile. That profile persists beyond your visit. Log back in another time. The system picks up where you left off. I wonder if do you have to make reservations for this place? Like that's what I'm.
Do you see anything asking for it?
No, I don't. But like
maybe they haven't implemented that yet.
Well, because I'm thinking to myself, like, I'd love to go do this. Like, this sounds actually really fun. But then I'm like, I'm going to go, like, the first week, and it's going to be a massive wait for everything. Level 99 includes a feature called Pause Play that lets you stop your session clock for up to 30 minutes cumulative. To activate it, tap your Velo band on any gameplay screen throughout the venue and select the hourglass icon. You can start and stop it as many times as you'd like. The time simply accumulates against your 30-minute allowance. Use it to grab food, drinks, or just take a breather. You can bring drinks purchased at level 99 into any of the challenge rooms, which makes the whole food and beverage side of the venue feel like a natural part of the experience. Oh, okay, that's pretty cool. So I guess
I don't think this is for kids, though.
I don't either. This is definitely an adult thing, I think.
Yeah.
Which for Disney Springs, I'm a bit more forgiving with that. If this was in a theme park, I'd have a problem with it. If you're carrying a bag, you drop it in the locker before you start playing. That's good. The lockers are a good thing. There are no photography restrictions. That's good. The games involve running, jumping, and climbing, so dress accordingly. Comfortable closed-toed shoes are recommended. Sneakers are ideal. Despite the energy of the venue, noise levels were not excessive. Well, that's because you were there for a press preview. So,
That's a private event, yeah.
Yeah. Level 99 is aimed at adults and teens, and that's about right. We'd say kids age 10 and up will have a great time. The venue has a clear minor policy worth noting before you go. Children 10 and under must be accompanied at all times by a paid adult. That adult must enter and play in the game rooms with the child. Children 11 to 15 must have a responsible adult physically present inside the venue for the duration of the visit and reachable by phone. The adult does not have to play. There are comfortable areas to sit and wait inside. And teens 16 to 17 can play without an adult present, but require a pre-signed waiver from a parent or guardian completed online before arrival. There you go. Tickets come in okay, this is what I was curious about. Tickets come in 2 sessions, 1.5 hours for $30. That's not bad. Or 2.5 hours for $40. Recommendation.
That's not bad at all.
No, for the amount of stuff that you're able for 63 game rooms, like
that's cheaper than movie tickets.
And it depends on though how long you have to wait for the game rooms, though.
So it would be 2.5 hours of being there, but not 2.5 hours of engaging.
Well, and remember, you could also hit the pause button for 30 minutes. So
yeah.
So 2.5 hours becomes 3 hours. So they're saying for $10 more, you'll feel less rushed, cover significantly more ground, and get better overall value. With 63 rooms available, 2 hours still only got us through 23, and we moved at a good pace. I have to send this to some people and be like, we should go. Food is better than you'd expect from a gaming venue. Everything is made on site, including the syrups used in the cocktails. Okay, cool. I don't care about drinks, but I know a lot of you do. Oh, Detroit-style pizza. There you go. Wagyu burgers, salads, and handhelds, alongside a full bar with handcrafted cocktails and over 20 craft beers from Florida breweries. Do not book level. We wouldn't book level 99 as a dedicated dining stop on a Disney Springs visit, but as part of the overall experience, the food holds up well. It's quick to eat, genuinely good, and a step well above typical venue food. So there you go. That burger actually looks pretty good.
I would eat it.
Actual chips instead of fries too. Yeah, those tacos look decent, except for the cilantro on them.
Those aren't real tacos. I don't care.
They're not. Why are they not real tacos?
Cause look at it. That
What
looks
about
like
them?
some foo-foo cheese on it.
Well, yeah, it's definitely fufu cheese. I mean, this is like modern audience tacos.
No, I don't need a modern audience taco.
They're tacos,
You're real-
wings, and guac. Apparently,
That looks tiny too.
way too cilantro.
It looks tiny.
Oh, that's the Detroit pizza. Okay.
Wow, that's small too. Well, can't
You think
be
that- you
great
think
at
that's small?
everything.
I mean, I don't know. You haven't do you think those are like bites, or I assumed each of those is like a full piece of pizza.
I have a sneaking suspicion I know how big that tray is, and it's about that big.
Hold on, I can't actually see you do that again. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that. It'd be like a
Like
personal,
that would be enough for me,
What-
but if I have to share that,
Wouldn't that be like a personal pan-sized pizza?
almost, yeah. But usually when we order pizza, like we're ordering it for like more than one person. So I guess I'd like to see how much this costs.
They do that thing with the drinks in the pouch.
So I don't like spill my drink on people. I guess that's thoughtful.
That is pretty thoughtful. Level 99 is fully indoors and air conditioned, which makes it an ideal choice on a hot Florida afternoon or during one of the frequent summer rainstorms. All right, pretty cool. You can book a specific date and time slot in advance. Okay, there you go. At level99.com, which is the best way to guarantee your preferred session, particularly during the busy summer period. Walk-up entry is also available, though availability will depend on how busy the venue is. Given this is a brand new opening at Disney Springs in peak summer, booking ahead is strongly recommended. So for groups and private events, Level 99 does offer group bookings. Check level99.com for details. There are no multi-visit discounts or annual pass pricing at this stage.
Exciting.
Yeah. Honestly, I would go to this. And I think this is a thing that could succeed. I used to love. They used to have a VR, a virtual, not Valiant Renegade, but a virtual reality experience that they had at this place. It was you basically could it was a Star Wars one, and there was a Marvel one and a Wreck-It Ralph one. The Star Wars one was actually really fun. It was the only one I always wanted to do the Marvel one, but I was always with people that wanted to do the Star Wars one. So essentially, you're like dressed as stormtroopers and you're like invading Darth Vader's castle, and it was just a lot, like you had the blasters. It was a lot of fun until the end when Darth Vader shows up and like everything would like go dark and you just hear the breathing all of a sudden, and you'd get like the existential horror of trying to like fight Darth Vader and not be Luke Skywalker, because like Luke Skywalker fights him just fine, but like for anybody else it's like a horror movie. And
Yeah,
so like
we are not Luke Skywalker.
yeah. So you start shooting at him, and he blocks all of your shots, and then he breaks your gun with the Force, and then you have to like run.
That is the correct response.
We were told not to throw the guns because apparently at a certain point in time, when Vader would break the guns with the Force, people were throwing the guns like at him, despite the fact that like he's not really there.
I respect that fear response though.
Mm-hmm. But so like this was like, so you were walking through like a fully immersed like maze essentially, and then like the virtual reality would. But one time I went in, and the virtual reality was like not correctly synced.
Oh no!
So like I like ran toward a door and ran right into a wall, like full speed. Yeah, it wasn't good. But then like there'd be like an R2 unit, like an R2 droid sitting there, and I'd like go to put my hand on its dome thinking it's like not actually there, and it would actually be there.
Oh, that's kind of cool though.
Yeah, like so like in the room where you are, there's like a statue of it. What you don't realize though as you go through is there is like a member of the staff that would go through with you. They just don't say anything. They're just there to make sure that you don't do anything stupid. But so apparently when people were throwing the gun, they were unknowingly throwing it at the cast member.
Oh no, that poor person.
Yeah.
Fighting for their lives.
Yeah. But yeah, it was fun. It doesn't exist anymore. It closed down. I couldn't believe that it closed down too. It was just like really, really cool. But there you go, Carol. Level 99. opening on Monday. Can it survive the curse of Disney Quest? Honestly, at this point, I think it might be able to. You guys be the judges on that. Comment in if you go to level 99. Let us know what you thought. All right, we got some super chats here.
Super chats.
02RR for $4.99. I now associate that next attraction straight from the heart of the park video clip with that infamous man relieving himself off the safari ride. That happened a couple weeks ago. Some dude got out of the safari vehicle because nature
He had to go. Yeah.
Nature called, and apparently he had to do it in nature. So, Bonnie Gamester, remember for 2 months, says, "What's the audience? Adults, kids? Looks fun. It looks like older teens and adults."
Mm-hmm.
So definitely not a kids venue, but there are things for kids in Disney Springs. There's plenty of there's shopping for kids, like there's toy stores and stuff like that. But there's a carousel, a very small carousel, but there is a carousel. There's like splash pads and stuff like that too. So there is stuff. Yeah. Spring 91 Bear for 2. Marv, are you going to be on tonight's Lorne and Apollo? I have to see what the topic is and whether or not I can contribute to it. But I would plan to be there. So yeah, hopefully. Last week I got really, really sick. Like I was there, like waiting to go on, and all of a sudden, like I had meal prepped that week, and I was on like the end of my meal prep, and some of my meal prep was not
good.
Yeah, anymore. So I dealt with bad tummy issues for like 2 days.
Oh, that's not good.
It was not fun. It was not fun at all. Okay, so you are going to see Supergirl on
Sunday.
Sunday. So your review will be on that Park Place Monday morning then.
Yes, it will. I go forth with great trepidation into this film. I have not heard anything good about it, so
I can't imagine. Like I can't imagine what anyone could have possibly liked about this movie. It's
because I'm going to be there.
Terrible.
I'm going to be there with my sweet little iPad, right? And I'm just going to be sitting there scribbling notes, and then I might just keep writing just so I don't have to watch the film. I suspect.
I will say you take notes on an iPad extremely well.
Oh, thank you.
Because like I remember like the first meeting you and I ever had. You were taking notes on the iPad, and I'm like, wow, she's really good at that. When I take notes on an iPad, it's like terrible.
It's practice.
I did end up getting that glove that you.
Oh
have.
yeah, this one. Yeah.
Yeah, I ended up buying it on Amazon.
Yeah, I used to be like a really big avid bullet journaler person, but if anybody has ever bullet journaled, you run into a number of problems. One is you suddenly have a whole bunch of notebooks that you don't want to use because you want to save it for a special whatever, right? And then you have a lot of pens, you have a lot of stamps, you got a lot of stamp pads, and then suddenly you get into fountain pens, and then you have ink and all this other stuff. And at one point I was like, I really just need something that's this big that fits in my bag and goes wherever I go, right? And I still want to be able to handwrite. And I ended up getting an iPad because I was researching Apple Notes, and Apple Notes lets you write on it. And I was like, best of both worlds. I save a tree, I get what I want. Everybody's a winner. So
that's a little iPad.
Yeah, this is the iPad mini.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not sponsored. But the nice thing about Apple...
I have the iPad Pro.
Yeah, so the nice thing about the iPad and Apple in general, even though I know there's definitely some anti-Apple people, is whatever I do on this device that I have in front of me that I was taking notes on while we were talking, it goes straight over to my iPad. So I can just pull it up later if I need to like reference it.
That's why that's why I use Mac for everything too, because I can take a video on my phone, like a out of theater reaction for Supergirl, and then send it directly to my iMac for editing. Yeah. So I
used to use a program called Obsidian, but it still is even though it has a sync feature, it's not perfect. And I've actually lost notes. And if there's anything that anybody who loves to take notes hates the most, it's when your notes go.
Here's a question for you. What do you what program do you write on? Like when you're writing like your books and stuff like that?
It's actually Google Docs.
Me too.
Yeah, I write it in Google Docs.
When I started, it was Microsoft Word, and then I decided to be like really pompous, and I got Scrivener.
I can't do that, and the reason I can't do that isn't because I don't like the features that Scrivener has. Scrivener in its original purpose wasn't made for novel writing, although it can attribute to that. It's really made for academic writing. So all the features it has in there is for you to be doing some kind of thesis for your doctoral. And the big reason I keep going back to Google Docs is because if I have an internet connection, I have access to my document. But I also, when I have beta readers, I just make a duplicate of that document and I send it to them, turn on comment features, and they can leave comments in there. And that's it's the most frictionless process ever.
That's what I use now too. Yeah, I always use Google Docs. Because like with Scrivener, I was having a really hard time like syncing my work between like my laptop or my desktop and like my phone and stuff like that. And now with Google Docs, it's just immediate. So
yeah, and some of the features that it has on like I do a lot of writing on my iPad, and some of the features that Scrivener has for the computer PC model is not on mobile, and iPad counts as mobile, which I find to be really frustrating. So I keep wanting to give it another try and I can't do it. So I always go back to and of course my husband's caught me a few times because I'll be in bed and he'll see that I'm typing and he's like, "Are you writing your novel right now?" I was like, "Yep."
I do that too.
Yep,
or like I will reread what I've written that night while in bed. So yeah. And then act amazed when it's not terrible. That was I wrote so guys, you all know I'm working on a fantasy novel for y'all, and I wrote like 4,200 words or something like that the other night, and so I said to Kara when I woke up, I'm like, I wrote 4,200 words last night. She's like, great, and then like 5 hours later I was like, good news, I read it back and it's not terrible. Because we've all been there.
Yeah. He was like, "Have you ever done that where you read it and it was trash afterwards?" I was like, "Yes, because I wrote it under copious amounts of gin." That has been a thing.
I like the gin. Like that's such a writer drink to like drink while writing is gin.
Yeah, it was like for a while. It was actually tequila for me. There was a
I couldn't write on tequila.
Well, no, there was a type of I think it's called a pescado, or it was a type of tequila that they had in John Wick. And you know how some of us are, you see something in a film and you're like, what is that? What is it? Right. And initially when I watched John Wick, it was all the firearms. Like, which one, what model is that? Like, oh, that looks so good. And like, oh man, the safety's on. Oh, you caught that the safety was on. Continuity, beautiful thing. But then the one scene where John goes to the auto shop, there's a bottle of that tequila on there. It's like, I don't know what that is, but I have to try it. It was dangerously good, and I could not have it in the house after I had the first one after that, because I would drink that. But it was one of those things, because I'm not a night drinker, I'm a day drinker, because I like to go to bed sober. I can't go to bed inebriated, or I'll just wake up in the sweats later. So usually what I'll do is I'll have like 1 or 2 cocktails at most, and then I'll kind of like write. But I don't recommend ever writing inebriated, because what happens is things don't make sense later when you're sober. I hear that. Yeah, I mean, there's the one thing where you're just trying to like lower like the what is it, the anxiety of the blank page, right? Because sometimes writers look at a blank page and they start feeling like about it. I would just close your eyes and just write and figure it out after that. If you're good at your home row, if you're somebody who's not good at home row, then maybe find another way to do it. But yeah. So yeah, I'm a day sipper.
Caro and I are going to be doing a show on the M4 Empire on Monday mornings coming soon called Story Mode, which we're going to be taking a movie or TV show or book and examining it from a storycraft standpoint.
Have we picked the first one yet?
I was about to just float you an idea here live on the air. John Wick.
No, let's do it. Yeah.
The first John Wick.
Yeah.
Because I honestly think it's a masterclass in storycraft.
It's perfect. Yeah. Yeah, let's start it off on a high good note where I can like really. Oh yeah, and specifically, I love reasons to watch John Wick as well.
Yeah. Specifically, we called him Baba Yaga speech is I think like something every writer needs to watch at some point, because it's so perfectly like sets the stage for what's to come and establishes the main character in such a beautiful way. So yeah, we will do that. I don't know if we're gonna. So I'm not sure. I don't have all the assets ready for this Monday, but I think maybe the Monday after we can actually start.
Okay, that's fine. The I was gonna say the only film I've ever seen that's done show don't tell better than John Wick was the first 2 minutes of Signs.
Yeah.
Because every time, because for anybody who doesn't know, I occasionally do a writer workshop, and so I'll bring writers in. And so when I'm trying to explain to them the show don't tell, we always watch the first 2 minutes of Signs, and I have them write it down, and then we watch it again. They write down more things, and they're able to pick up lots of stuff even before even before anybody starts speaking. That's how powerful it is.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. And then you have movies like Supergirl that force feed you literally every thought that you're supposed to have while you're.
I can't deal with it. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Well, and I think there's been a couple of scripts I've read in the last few years that I've like done gig editing for. And I always have to talk to the author. I'm like, you don't have to have a trust issue with your reader. It's like, oh, I went to this group and they said that they didn't understand. I was like, I hate saying this, but people at writing groups are kind of retarded, right?
Thank you. They definitely are.
Yeah. And sometimes they'll say that something's wrong because they don't know what else to say.
Have you ever tried to do like a communal writing event?
Like what? What do you mean?
So like I was dating a girl who was obsessed with NaNoWriMo, and she really wanted to go to like these NaNoWriMo events where everyone was going to sit down and write their novels together. And I'm like the only person at this event that's ever actually published anything. Yeah. So, I'm sitting there just like, okay, like, yeah, let's go do this. It actually might be fun, like feed off the creative energy or whatever. Their fingers never touched the keys.
I did go to one of those when I was in Arizona. We're not friends anymore, but I had a friend at the time, and she wanted me to go to the event with her. And sure enough, what you're talking about, like everybody was sipping coffees and talking about like their book, but nobody was actually writing the book. And I remember at one point I just put my earbuds in, I just started working, right? And the lady that was facilitating it, she was like, "Are you having a good time?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm getting some work done." And she was like, "Well, I mean, I just want to make sure that you're having a good time and you're having a good time chatting." I was like, "So time out. I'm a professional writer. I came here to work."
Yeah.
That's
I actually like this book's actually coming out.
Yeah,
so,
I have a due date.
Yeah, I have these things called deadlines.
Yeah, I started my writing today to come here.
NaNoWriMo was cute until I had a job that involved my full-time job was to write a full novel every month, and then NaNoWriMo became every month, and they were like, "Oh, it's NaNoWriMo." I'm like, "Yes, it's always NaNoWriMo.
It's always NaNoWriMo." Yeah, that's what I was telling one of my friends who was kind of like, "Oh yeah, and then you have to write a manuscript that's 50,000 words." I was like, "That's not a manuscript."
Yeah, no, that's not even a full novel. Like
that's not a full novel. Like, and that was of course, like, and when you tell like new writers out there, like, what do you mean it's not a novel? It's like, that's a novella. Like you wrote like a long form novella. Yeah, like novels start actually at 60,000.
Yes, they start at 60,000 words. And a good novel is probably 80,000 words. My fantasy novel that I'm working at right now, I am 4 chapters in and I've written almost 25,000 words.
Nice. I started writing
it'll be a long one.
Yeah, I started writing a new book this week. And I generally like to keep my chapters between like 2,000 to 4,000. If it goes over, it goes over. Like I had one chapter in Jailbreak that was actually 6,000, and I was like, and I had to, when I sent it to my beta readers, I was like, this is a very long chapter. You have to tell me if it's a slog at any point, because then I have to come in there and cut it. And they were like, nope, entertain the entire time. I was like,
good.
Yeah,
that's great. When I so for those people that are wondering about word count. And how that works. I always give this reference. Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone or Philosopher's Stone, 76,944 words. Chamber of Secrets is 85,141 words. Prisoner of Azkaban is 107,253 words. Then we get into the big, thick books, and Goblet of Fire is 190,637 words. Order of the Phoenix is 257,045 words.
I remember that.
That's the one where she had writer's block. Half-Blood Prince is 168,923 words, and Deathly Hallows is 198,227 words.
Yeah, so she had to cut that down.
Point of reference for you guys. Do you ever get asked the question well, what do you do about writer's block? I'm like, you write.
Right. Yeah.
Well, I suppose like when you have a deadline, you have to power through it. But like, if you're a hobbyist, then just walk away for a minute. Like,
so here's my thing about writer's block. I'm not a pantser. I'm not a person that writes without an outline.
Right.
Here, let me show you. So
we're getting into like a whole storycraft thing right now, but I'm here for it.
yeah. So like, every time I write, I have an outline, right?
Yeah.
Like I have scene cards, right? I've got stuff about characters, I've got subplots, B plot, like everything that's in there. So, and I always tell people it doesn't matter if you're an outliner or if you're a person that writes by the seat of your pants like Stephen King does. You're going to spend the same amount of time honing your story. It's just if you're doing it before you write or you're doing it after you write.
Correct.
Because people who are pantsers spend so much time in revision, revise, because they go down rabbit trails, they get carried away. They created a character who never showed up again. That's absolutely happened. I was like, you have a character that was here in chapter 5 and then he's just gone. Like,
yep.
And that's why I don't usually get writer's block. But some really good advice that I've heard for people who have had writer's block. One thing that they'll do is they'll walk around the room and they'll start like naming things and like trying to trigger different parts of their brain to like help them get through it. Because half the time writer's block comes from like anxiety because you're kind of like building up the fact that you're stuck. Yeah. So if you can just like get over that, you're fine. I have in some cases been like where I've written a scene being like, I don't know how to get past this part. So I'll just skip it and keep writing. And then by the time I get done writing what comes next, I can fill in what happened between A and B.
Music is the thing that actually helps me get through it. It used to just be I had a bunch of songs that reminded me of like that were specifically set for like certain characters or certain themes or things like that, and I would just listen to those. Now I create,
you can make your own songs now.
Yeah,
right?
using Songer, I just create like my own songs about the characters, and so when I need to get inspired, I just listen to those. Which I mean, it's been such a lifesaver.
That's such a great dopamine hit too, because it's like before you used to like have to hunt for songs and be like, I need to find the song that's closest to it, and it's like, screw that, I made the song.
You mean songs like oh, I love it so much. It's so good.
I'm so willing to commission somebody to do like a 1-page comic of Magical Girl at this point.
I'm sure Pro's already, because I showed it to Pro last night live on the air.
And, what did he think? Tell
my gosh, he gave that like Pro, like when Pro really likes something, he gets this like this like evil little smile sometimes, and like because the wheels are now turning. So yeah, no, he really liked it. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed that little dive into Storycraft. But we are out of time. Actually, we do have to go.
Oh.
I have a whole bunch of things.
I'm hungry anyway.
Yeah, I am too, and I ordered food like at the start of the program, so I have to go eat that. And do more articles because there's a lot of articles I have to get done today. Carol Brown, you've got a book currently up for a really good cause over on Ripasend. Do you want to talk a bit about that?
I do. If anybody's interested, I'm teaming up with a charity called Comic Books for Kids. And what they do is they bring comic books into hospitals and cancer centers where children are receiving treatment at in order to give them some bereavement from the moment. What I have is on Ripasend a comic called Tales of Twisted Ravens Anne. And it is a 22-page story about a girl that finds herself in a wishing store after she gets into a fight with her best friend and wishes for her friend to forget the fight. Her friend ends up forgetting who she is, and so you get to follow the story along that narrative. All the net profits of that book, either during this pre-order or beyond, go straight to the charity. And my big goal is to make sure that they can get more help, because it's one guy running everything by himself. He packs all the boxes, he sends it, he does all the networking, and I'm just trying to raise them enough money where they can get the help to do that, so that way they can get into more hospitals. So you can find that on ripasend.com. I would really appreciate it. If you are not able to support it, I understand. If you could tell other folks about it, I would really appreciate that too. Thank you.
Awesome, guys. Yeah, make sure you go support that. Please make sure to check out my Supergirl review over on geeksgamers.com. Be coming on Critic List, and I will have a video review up probably within the next 30 minutes or so. So please make sure you guys are checking out over at M4 Empire. Over but Thinking Heretic for 5 says, Caro, employ your song skills to cheer Spielberg after his flops. Maybe something like This Is My Alien Song. It's 5 notes long. DECCG. There you go.
I'll think about it.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you very, very much for tuning in here today and for hanging out with us. We always really enjoy it. And make sure that you like, share, and subscribe to That Park Place for all the news that should be fun.